Hi everybody, I'm here for In My Mailbox this week, and I have such a bunch of great books to show you guys. I'm going to start off with actually a DVD I got just because I want to show it off. I got a copy of the Carol Burnett Show, Carol's Favorites, and Time Life has actually been releasing a bunch of various versions of the Carol Burnett Show on DVD, and this one is an exclusive Walmart version that contains 3 episodes, as well as over an hour of bonus features, including a cast reunion and individual interviews with Tim Conway, who was a cast member, and Steve Lawrence, who was a frequent guest of the show. And I was just really excited. It was only $10, and I really want to get the Ultimate Collection, which has 50 episodes on 22 DVDs, as well as I think it's over 12 hours of bonus features, because it's basically tons of cast reunions, tons of interviews, tons of reminiscing by current female comedians like Ellen DeGeneres, Jane Lynch, Amy Poehler about the show and growing up watching it and that sort of thing. And but unfortunately it's like $200 and I'm broke, so I can only afford this $10 version. But anyways, I'm really excited and I can't wait to start watching it. And yeah, so I just wanted to show it off. So now for the books, which you're really here for. I want to go ahead. Let me get a book out of the way, because I think there's only one book that came this week that I don't really care about. And that would be The Great Unexpected by Sharon Creech. It came in the mail from Harper Teen. Don't really want it, so I'm returning it to my library. And then I also got Through to You by Emily Hainsworth, which I've heard wonderful things about. This is a hardcover version. I got a ARC a while ago, a few months ago. Really excited to read this book. It sounds so good. The cover is really nice. The title font is very shiny. I don't know if you can even see it, but it's very shiny, very nice, and fantastic. I've heard such wonderful things about this book, and so we'll have to get around to reading it very soon. So let's see. So I'm going to try and go with stuff as I got them through the week. So let me just move some things around a little bit. Alrighty. Okay, so I got a book earlier this week, the first book this week, which I was very excited about. It's called We Killed: The Rise of Women in American Comedy, A Very Oral History by Yael Cohen. And obviously from, I'm sure you can tell, this is actually not a young adult title. It is an adult nonfiction title. And this is a review copy. I did not buy it. It's $27, by the way, so I got a $27 book for free. I had seen the cover at Macmillan's booth while waiting in line for the Eve and Adam signing, and I was there for like 20 minutes before the signing started, so I was just kind of basically in the same spot for 20 minutes, and so there was only so much I can look at, and Macmillan did a really wonderful idea where they had, I guess all of the, had, all of the publishers had covers of the books everywhere and stuff like that, but I really like Macmillan's because I feel like they were able to show more of their covers, and because they had they had a little kind of metal hanging overhang or whatever, and supported by poles, and the poles and around the top of it was covered in book covers, and I happened to see this one, and it featured pictures of basically all my favorite comedians, and I was like, that sounds like a really interesting book. And so I also happened to be right near the publicist table where they had their computers. I asked for an ARC, and they didn't have one yet, because I was reading the introduction to the book, and Yael Cohen was actually still conducting interviews in mid-2012. So probably around that time she was still trying to finish the book. It comes out October 16th. I just decided, realized, about, I sent an email on September 20th, because I realized that it was coming out soon, and I was like, well, if I'm going to try and get a review copy, it needs to be sometime soon. So I sent the publicity department at Farrow, Straus, and Giroux, I always want to say Gable, I don't know why, but, an email basically presenting my case, because, I said, here's my blog, it is the vast majority of young adult titles. I do review adult titles. I have also in the past reviewed Kathy Griffin's memoir, which is definitely not necessarily, my audience, but I mean, it's my blog. I want to I want to review things that I like. And so if Kathy Griffin's memoir is, one of them. So, and I said I'd be, posting my review on Amazon, Goodreads, is everywhere, and talking about it. And when I got the book, I tweeted it out that I had gotten it and was very happy and all that fun stuff. And anyway, so I got it on October 2nd. They hadn't replied back. And so they were much nicer than Random House, who denied me getting a review copy of Kathy Griffin's memoir because they said that my blog wasn't the right tone or didn't have the right audience or something like that. And I was like, I feel like most of my readers are probably adults. I don't know that for sure, but even so, I mean, and I got several comments on that review of people who love Kathy Griffin and wanted to read that, on memoir. And honestly, if I want to review your book, if I really want to review your book, then my blog is the perfect audience, because I'm going to be reviewing it and putting it out in the world to my readers. So, anyway, so that's my little diatribe. But anyway, really, really excited about this. The day I got it, I started reading it. Didn't make it very far. I'm like 40 pages in, I think. And so I had to put it down because I'm reading other stuff right now. But I cannot wait to get back to this once I finish the books I'm reading right now for blog tours. So good so far. I can't. And let's see, I also got a pretty shiny package from Macmillan, purple, that contained an advanced copy of Unremembered by Jessica Brody. This is coming out in March 2013, and it looks really good. I haven't read any of Jessica's previous books, but I've heard wonderful things about them, and this sounds like a really interesting book, so I can't wait to read it. I also got an advanced copy of Shades of Earth by Beth Revis, and this is coming out in January. And as you can tell, this looks different from the first two covers, and that's because Penguin redid the covers for this. I guess they decided they wanted to do something different, and so I think the new cover should be coming out whenever A Million Suns comes out in paperback. So, but anyway, I haven't read A Million Suns yet. I feel really bad about that, but I'm hoping to read that and this back to back in January when the book releases, and just review both at the same time. So, because I loved Across the Universe so much, it was a really good book, and I can't wait to finish reading this. I also got yesterday two amazing books. An advanced copy of Falling for You by Lisa Schroeder. This is coming out in January as well, from Simon & Schuster, and this is actually Lisa's first book in prose. She usually writes in verse. I did notice while flipping through that there is some poetry in here, but it is mainly prose. So I'm really, really excited to see this kind of, see her words in a new way, and the story just sounds really interesting. So I cannot wait to read this. I got this as part of a blog tour I'm doing with Mod Podge Bookshelves blog tours. And my friend Gabrielle runs that blog, and she recently started up a blog tour service, and she's been running some blog tours recently, starting in July or August, I think. And I was a part of one of them. I wish I could remember what the title was, but I cannot. But anyway, so I got an advanced copy of this book because I'll be on this tour reviewing the book and interviewing Lisa. And yeah, so if you're an author, go check out Mod Podge blog tours, and she will hopefully put together a blog tour for you. And I also got, and I know this is going to make a lot of people very, very, very jealous. I'm honestly quite jealous of myself, actually, but from Penguin, I got a copy of Just One Day by Gail Foreman, and this is coming out in January. I literally gasped when I opened this up because because I pulled it out and I just saw, there's cursive, on the title, so I didn't really see what it was. I was like, what is this book? And then I looked at it and I like literally gasped. I was like, like because I'm so excited for this book. And there's going to be a second book in the series called Just One Year, and that's coming out in fall 2013. So we won't have to wait too long between books by Gail Foreman, and so excited to read this book. And then today, well, really Saturday, I'm recording this on Saturday, I got two books, Where You Are by J.H. Trumbull, an advanced copy of this. This is coming out in January too. And the reason there's a rubber band wrapped around it is because they included a cover flat with it, even though the cover is already on the advanced copy, but they also included a cover flat around it too. So, loved Don't Let Me Go by J.H. and really, really, really excited for this one. And I just cannot wait. And to read this book. It sounds so, so good. And if you haven't yet read Don't Let Me Go, please do. It was one of my top 10 books of 2012, or 2011, sorry. I forgot what year it was. This is the problem with being a publisher. You're always like in different years, basically. Like there's a current year, and then you're thinking about books coming out the following year, and then, or the next year. Like it's insane. So I don't even know what year it is anymore. But anyway, but yeah, so best books of top 10 books of 2011, and it was so, so good. I cannot recommend it enough. So please check it out, and then check out Where You Are when it comes out in January. I think it may actually be late December, but keep an eye out for it. And then finally, I got The Believing Game by Erin Corrigan, and I probably mispronounced the first name on that. I'm really excited about this. This came out in December, and I had requested a Nick Kelly copy, but they have yet to approve it. And so now I have a physical copy, and I'm also hoping that they send me The Dead and the Buried, because I still haven't been approved for that either. So I really want to read that. But anyway, so I'm really, really excited about this book. Sounds really good. And I'll stop talking because I think I've talked way, way, way too much. So I don't even know. Sorry. So I will hopefully see you guys next week with another batch of wonderful books. And tell me what's in your mailbox. Tell me what you're jealous of me having. Whatever. Um, and just leave comments. And also leave comments on my regular posts too. Like this past week has been so lonely on my blog. There's been like no comments whatsoever, and there's some great books and a great interview that I have up there. So please, please, please go check them out. And anyway, I hope to see you guys next week